And there's no fucking audio. Yeah. Okay.
Totally okay.
I'm a professional streamer, guys. Professional. Totally. What I do for a living.
We are streamers. That is right. We are streamers.
I am a professional and I stream. They are not mutually exclusive.
Oh, I got my
Right.
chair back.
Oh, nice.
Take the chair. Snooze, you lose, little stinker. I just went to get food and she turned around like, oh!
The audacity.
That's right.
So
How dare you?
quick
Thanks for
summary
warming it up.
because the audio wasn't working. We started the evening off talking about murder porn, so we're all a little screwy.
We missed everybody.
We missed everybody. Aster it will be maybe joining us later. They're finishing their own tale as a DM for their in-person game. For the game, we were our first night on our way to... Oh, it's a bird. A burb. First night on our way to the capital to talk to the king and queen, because what could go wrong?
Right. I can't wait for this.
What could go wrong? It was our first night. Aster woke us up to go see some constellations and the Aurora Borealis. And that's when I realized that the mics were not.
It's okay. We still love you.
Everything's all fucked.
You've been away for 2 weeks. It's okay. It was a very long 2 weeks.
That's a long 2 weeks. But we're back. In black.
Yes. All right. So yeah, you are just settling in for your 4 hours then?
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, as this is going on, Aster goes back to sleep. Everybody sort of goes back to their tents. You kind of settle in. And as you sort of settle in, you see that there's a thunderstorm rolling in. And you can hear the lightning and the thunder sort of at a distance, and eventually it sort of catches up and rain washes over the camp.
But we are in our bubble.
Yes. But as this sort of is going on, Ram, make me a perception check.
Oh, this will go fantastically, I'm sure.
If it'll let you. Maddie, you should be able to get back in now.
It has like a weird, like little, like yellow
22.
circle. Try to click it.
Are you updated and everything?
Hmm?
Your Fantasy Grounds is updated?
I'll see if it needs to.
22? Okay.
22 for the perception.
So about 2 hours into your rest period, you... Actually, before that, I need to know what tent everybody's in. Because there's the big tent, and then there's 2 small tents. So I need to know where everybody is.
I want to be in the big tent and cuddle somebody.
Wherever the bubble was.
The whole
The
thing
bubble's
is
around all of it.
Campaign is so
Oh.
sensual. Everyone's like, let me snuggle.
I wanna snuggle with you.
Why would we have 2 tents?
We got 3.
Yeah, it's a special item that Ram got that does this campsite. So
I probably would have been at the campfire, but as the rain starts coming, I might just tuck into like inside of one.
which one?
Probably one of the smaller ones if everybody's gonna be like sleeping in the. Just so I don't wake anybody up with my giantness.
So yeah, you sort of, everybody's asleep in the larger of the tents, and you sort of tuck into like the mouth of one of the smaller ones to get out of the rain and stuff. And as this is going on, you notice a strange sort of light coming from the big tent.
me. I'm since sleeping in there. Do I notice it or am I asleep?
You're asleep.
I will go investigate the strange light.
Mm.
And my first
Okay.
instinct will be
Don't
to
go into
like
it.
rip open Eliz's shirt. I'm just kidding.
It's not that color light.
Oops. Okay.
It's not green.
If it's not green, then I'm just gonna go look. Hi, Cedar.
Yeah, it's like a...
Mm.
Hi, Cedar.
Mm.
It's like a pale blue sort of color. And it seems to be like pulsing or something. You're not really sure from the outside. But as you throw the flap open of the larger tent and you kind of look inside, you can see that Eliz and Pog and Karini, if you're in there too, are all sort of like puddled together, like normal. However, Eliz and Karini's hair and fur are standing straight up because Pog is lightening up as she's sleeping.
I'm charging.
And there is a crack of thunder overhead, and a bolt of lightning shoots down and strikes into the tent and
Through the
hits
bubble?
Pog through the bubble.
Oh shit.
Do I
You
wake
should've-
up?
As all this sort of happens, Pog, you're dreaming, and your dream changes. And as it changes, you find yourself flying high in the air, as though you're, I don't know, probably a mile over the ground or so. And you see this giant thunderhead in front of you.
Oh my.
And as the thunderhead sort of changes shape and morphs in front of you, it takes on the shape of a female with wings that stretch up into the clouds. And she smiles at you, very friendly, and her presence is very comforting. Like, for some reason, she's familiar. You're not really sure why, but she's familiar. And she just says, hello, child. My name is Akari. I was tasked by your father to watch over you and guide you. I forget that time travels differently here in the mortal realms. When I looked in on you when you were just a small kit, tiny and noisy. When I looked again, you were gone. And then she kind of says, I cannot join you in the prime every time I must speak with you. You must take this with you. And she kind of holds out her hand, and something small and round sort of flies towards you. Do you take it? Okay, so you reach out and you catch it, and you kind of look at it, and it's a small glass bead. And as you look at it, there's a thunderstorm swirling inside of it. And she says, take this and do not lose it. It will allow me to find you. And she says, once you reach the city, seek out the Temple of the Four Elements. There is an old friend there. Someone who might help you on your path. And then she kind of smiles a little bit and she says, your father tasked me with your protection a long time ago. I'm making good on that promise now. She says, now, back to bed with you, Dragonling. And she kind of like flaps her hand at you, and you wake up like a thunder shot. Like, you sit straight up, and you look around, and you can see Eliz's hair is standing straight out, and Karini's fur and her hair is standing straight out, and Ram is sitting there looking at you like, what?
No,
And
I
Ram,
would've
all
been,
this sort of
grabbing,
happened.
like Kirini and Eliz and kind of like dragging them away.
You didn't have time. All of this
Okay.
happened within like,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
You go to
I
like
was
reach
gonna
out.
say- I was gonna ask if we like take damage from what's
No.
happening or no.
No,
'Cause
you don't. Yeah, it's a lot like static.
Wild. Carry on.
Just like frozen there, just like eyes darting. And can I like kind of open my hand to see if I brought the marble from my dream into the
Still there. It's in your hand.
So, you okay?
Do I look okay?
No?
Are you
Still
okay?
sparking just a little bit.
Your frill is doing the thing.
Take my big meaty hands and like try to like, is it stabilize? Well, I'm not a scientist. Try
De-static
to
it?
calm them down.
So as you sort of reach up and like you can feel them, as you pull your hand back down, that sort of spark has gathered in your hand, and then as you kind of look at it, it just sort of dies out.
Still looking at the marble, trying to figure out what that means.
You can see that Pog is holding something. And Kirini and Eliz, you guys are still asleep through all this. Like, none of this woke you up. Unless the noise of them talking woke you up, you can decide if you're light sleepers or not. But the lightning itself did not wake you up.
I sleep.
Yeah, Eliz is
Oh,
definitely a
me,
heavy
me, me.
sleeper. So, you went to sleep with a ball in your hand?
Not that I can recall, no. And I kind of hold it out to Ram to kind of like see. Do you know anything of the Temple of Four Elements?
Do I know anything about the Temple of Four Elements?
Yeah, do you?
Roll me a history check at disadvantage.
That
I feel like
tracks.
the sparks look like Batty from Fern Gully, where he's like...
A little bit, yeah, that's kind of how I picture it too.
Oh, 5.
Nope.
Uh,
You've only been awake for a little while and like doesn't ring a bell.
I assume it has something to do with the elements, of which there are 4. I've heard there's a 5th one, though.
Thank you, Ram. Why
You're
don't we
welcome.
take you along again?
So, I don't tap the
How many
marble.
fingers am I holding up since you're so insightful?
3? Because
Yes,
that's all I have. So 1, 2, 3. 2. Damn it. So, the marble. Tap, tap.
As you reach out and tap this, make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Oh!
21.
It's not pleasant, but
Ugh.
it doesn't hurt. Yeah, your one eye sort of flickers for a second.
Ow. That was unpleasant.
You get the very strong sense that this is not meant for you.
I wasn't taking it. So, I wouldn't let anybody else touch that, because they'll probably die.
Okay. And I kind of like turn to my little monk belt with all my little pouches and kind of slip it in there and give it a little patty pat.
Okay.
Where'd it come
I feel
from?
like... Pardon?
Where did you get it? Was it at the carnival? Did you take it off Bob's body?
No, it's maybe worse than that.
We killed Bob like 6 times.
I got it in a dream.
It was only 4.
Like 6 times.
Yes. He'll probably come after us someday.
Yeah, he's probably gonna kill us later, but that's future us problem. That's not a now us problem. That's future us. They can deal with it. So you got it in a dream.
Very
Were you in a
beautifully-
fugue state? Were you really drunk?
A very beautiful floating lady put it in my hand, and I wake up, and it's in my hand.
That's weird. You're really weird.
I think I'm cursed. These dreams are getting really lucid, man.
And apparently manifest things. That's an interesting ability.
We
What-
need to find the Temple of the Four Elements, and apparently someone I know should be there. An old friend. I also got this from my dream.
You know which friend?
I don't have a lot of friends other than you.
Well, we're here now. Maybe it's Robin.
A single tear.
Hmm.
Oh.
Maybe Robin.
Cut that out.
Where's Bob? Old friend could have been a misnomer. Maybe it's a gnome.
If it's Bob, we're in big trouble. We did cave his head in like 6 times.
Yeah. Yeah.
Should we tell the others?
That's up to you, man. It's your magic dream, Marble.
I'll wait till they wake up and then I'll tell them, because it feels wrong to not tell people about a floating dream marble.
Okay. Do you go back to sleep, or do you just
No
kind of
way.
sit up with Ram?
I'm
Okay.
just gonna sit up with
I need you to make
Ram.
a Constitution saving throw then, if you're not going to go back to sleep.
Oh boy.
Here comes the exhaustion. Pretty
Hey.
baby.
Nice. Yeah, so you're a monk. I mean, being out on the plains, you were used to little to no sleep for long
Yeah.
periods of time. So, you're good.
Nice.
So yeah, whatever you two are doing after that.
I'll teach you how to knit.
That would actually be really cute.
Okay.
Like my big fingers, like just covered in like.
If I can knit with 3 fingers, you can knit with 5 fingers.
Just make like a giant ball, like, ah! This is fun.
It would help if you used to needle. You know what?
Just
Here,
put the big
we'll do it
pom-pom up
ghost
there.
style, and I'll like sit behind them and like start knitting.
Yeah.
This is getting sensual.
Oh my love. Where's Patrick Swayze?
He did.
He's the one.
Patrick,
waiting
if
at the
you're out
temple.
there.
Patrick, if you're out
Yep.
there, we're
Patrick, are
using
you
you to
listening?
knit.
This is Patrick.
Like my
right.
knitting is not. It's good, but I literally do nothing other than rows and rows and rows to add to my scarf. It's not like I'm making socks or a sweater.
What if
It's
you
just a
grow
repetitive
bunch
motion.
of-
Yeah.
Sick.
What you do is you make a bunch of scarves and then sew them together to make a sweater.
That sounds too complicated. I'm just gonna keep doing one
I'm not awake, so I
row
can't say
after
that.
one row.
I'm not awake. I'm still asleep.
Yeah, get out of here.
Who said that?
It was Reggie.
It was Reggie.
Just like knock on your chest plate really hard, like, you know, anything.
All right, so yeah, you have your knitting lesson with Ram, and the rest of the night
Kind of hot.
goes. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, the following morning comes. It's still raining. It's not thundering and lightning anymore, but it's still raining. And everybody sort of wakes up, and as the 8 hours of that spell sort of ends, the campsite sort of like folds up on itself, and everybody that was asleep is now laying flat in the dirt.
At least it's dry.
You're suddenly, so Karini and Eliz, you're suddenly getting rained on.
What's that last word?
You're getting rained
You're getting
on.
rained on.
Oh.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let the rain fall down.
Down in the with my dreams.
If you want breakfast, we'll have to make an actual
Yes.
campfire. Because the one we had was magic and it's gone now.
Well, that would have been nice to know earlier.
It works. I'm not a magic user.
What
I
are
also
you
never used it before, so
That too.
let's just start using magic.
You now know that it's got
Just
8 hours of
do it.
use.
Just use it. Please, that's a douchey thing to say.
But why don't you just use it?
Do I look like the type of creature that is able to wield magic?
Yes.
That's very nice of you to say, but it is inaccurate.
I'm a very nice person.
Well, Pog has something to share as I, unfold myself from behind them and, start rolling up the yarn.
Just
like-
kind of there, like,
Wake up and sort of roll over, and you can see Pog is, trying to knit, and Ram is, sitting behind them. This is a very weird visual.
morning.
Aster wakes up from the other side of, where she was sleeping.
Oh no.
My legs were, fully extended, so it was,
Oh.
massive legs.
I regret giving you those.
I don't.
Like a smooth, defined calf. It's a very sexy leg.
Look at my gams!
Amazing.
Anyways, after that weird exchange.
I start fishing for my marble in my little pouch. And I kind of do a little dramatic
And you drop
for
it.
the audience at home. My sweaty palm. Sorry,
What
everyone.
is that? That?
So, a marble. Cool.
Storm in it.
Oh, is this where did you get
Yeah.
this? At the gold store?
I'm gonna do the dry thing. I got it in a dream.
Oh, so it's called Dream. I've never heard of that chain. Is it a local proprietor?
No, it's more like an independent. It's my dream.
You own a store? Since when? We could have been getting goods from you.
Later, Eliz. A beautiful floating woman in my dreams gave me a marble.
Wait,
You-
you got a beautiful floating woman in your dreams?
Save your jealousy, Eliz.
And
Do
she
either
gave
of
you a
you-
pretty marble? Are you married now? Did you get proposed to? Am I
Exhale for
invited
my
to the wedding?
Suddenly, Dragonborn are like penguins. They give each other pebbles.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Aw,
It's canon.
I like that.
Am I invited?
That'd be really cute. Do either of you know of the Temple of Four Elements?
Can I make a check?
You can both roll me history checks.
Disadvantage though?
Nope.
Okay, just history.
Because
I'm
I've
just
been
gonna see if you
unconscious
guys knew
for
something.
2,000 years.
Okay.
It's only been 1800. Nope.
Eliz!
Gotta
I started this session out
is it bad?
It was a 1.
Oh, okay. I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
You know
So,
about
Eliz,
temples.
the last time that you were in the capital, you spent a lot of time in a bar, not really going around town.
I was going around
Training.
town, but the same town in a different way.
Yes, very much so.
With a brick house.
But Kirani, you have heard of the Temple of Four Elements. You've never been there. Some of the other villagers have been there. It is a temple in the capital that is. It pays homage to the four elemental planes and the deities and other beings that live there. And it's one of the bigger temples in the capital. One of the more well known.
No, I was close.
I'll explain that as much as I can.
It's said to be very beautiful, but you had never been there.
I've never been to the capital myself, so don't really know. It looks like, but I've heard it's quite nice. We should go when we get there.
Yes, please, we should go. Apparently, I'm supposed to look for an old friend. I don't have a lot of friends for help.
It could be Robin.
Another two.
He didn't hear the first one.
Thanks, guys. This is my heart, and this is you. You stop that right now.
Sam's gonna watch this episode and be like, "What the fuck, guys?"
Yeah.
Crying in the club right now.
Mm-hmm.
That meme you sent us where, like, I'm not gonna make them cry, they make themselves cry.
It's true, though. You guys are doing it to yourselves now.
I know.
There's a lot to psychologically unpack, okay? Not today.
We're emotionally invested. Or divested, I don't know.
One or the other.
Oh,
It's
boy.
fine.
I'm so emotional, baby. Okay, so what are we doing now?
Walking. Or
You
riding.
still have a day. You have about a day and a half yet before you reach the capital proper.
Okay, let's walk this way and talk this way, or just ride in the wagon. We could do that too.
Yeah, that's what we're doing, because we have the wagon.
Class do you, Clegg? Sure it's not a bard.
How many song references can we get in the first half an hour of the show?
Look, I like songs.
The Hillary Duff was necessary, okay?
I have to say, every time I hear that I Get So Emotional song, all I can think of is RuPaul's Drag Race.
Yes, with the rose petals.
Yes!
But yeah, let's go walk 500. Is it 5,000 miles just to see you?
Yep.
Whoever the you is at the temple, and then Vanessa Carlton just zooms by, trying to
On a
piano.
magic piano.
Make me
Oh, I want one of those. That looks really cool.
In
seems
this
really
world,
dangerous.
pianos are a mode of transportation and nothing else.
It's actually a mimic that she rides.
Yep.
Well,
Just looks like a piano.
is anybody
so
here
dark.
proficient in piano and vehicles? Because then we're fine. Actually, is there a vehicle skill in?
Yeah,
Buddy, or
there's land vehicles, sea vehicles, and I think air
is
vehicles.
somebody? Do we have to vehicle right now, or we're fine because we're in a wagon?
That's technically a
Technically, I
vehicle.
should be making you doing animal handling, but I don't care. It's a
Yeah.
wagon.
Okay, I was just like, oh shit, did I just?
You've already been through one battle with these horses. It's okay.
Yeah, we killed
They
half of them.
mostly trust you.
We traumatized these ones.
Don't worry, you're not on fire right now. Everything is fine.
I almost just
no.
got an orange mango juice.
Sorry.
You on fire on a regular basis, or is that a one-time sort of thing?
It depends on who you ask.
I lick my finger and I touch it to my butt and I make a hissing sound like an iron that's hot.
All right, I'll take that as a yes.
You know
Question
something
mark?
hot when you see it, don't you?
Okay.
I
Like,
think they mean themselves.
do you breathe fire then?
I could make myself look like I breathe fire. Is there like a nearby source of water, like a stream that we're carting by?
I throw a canteen of water in their face.
You just get on your hands and knees and slurp from the stream, like.
Sorry, is that what
Sure,
you
like Ram and Aster are up front, right? Because Aster probably would be driving this thing.
Probably.
And you just huck a canteen of water over your shoulder and it just bounces off the side of Eliz's head.
Oh.
I more meant like I opened it and threw the water back.
Oh.
So you threw it back on me, just twerking water.
I'm just throwing it back.
Like
God.
flash dance.
Are you aiming, or is it
What
just
feeling?
indiscriminate water splashing?
The entire back of the wagon is now soaked.
Excellent. wanna do
Suddenly, it's flash dance. Anyways, I mean, it is also still raining, so
It's a covered wagon.
sure,
It's what on the
we'll go with that.
That's what I was picturing, like one of the old ones, like from the
Oh, okay, yeah, sure.
Oregon Trail. We're all
Yeah.
gonna get dysentery and die.
You can't get dysentery. You're a robot.
While true.
You don't know that. Maybe she could get like magical dysentery.
She doesn't poop. Just like me, I actually don't poop either.
Oh, you should see a doctor.
I
Can I do
neither
a
poop
medicine
nor fart
check
nor
on
burp.
that?
I've never seen it. You've definitely seen Eliz fart or burp, but they are denying it.
It's usually in your sleep, but yeah. You
I
fart a
don't
lot
sleep.
when you sleep.
I wait.
It's like, you know, when I got into this tent, the tent with you guys, it was full of methane gas. I'm surprised you didn't burst into flames when the lightning struck.
Well, I told you I can breathe flames, didn't I?
Breathe, not fart.
Breathing is
You do
farting
not
is breathing
breathe.
out of your
I'm
anus.
sorry, I may not breathe, but I know that humanoids do not breathe from their assholes.
How- I am a half elf. I'm half elf, and then maybe something else.
Not entirely
Well,
true,
like-
because I'm gonna
No
say
wait,
that
am I?
turtles
No wait,
do.
I'm not a half elf. Never mind. Retcon that. I would say I'm
Turtles
an elf.
breathe out of their
I know
butts.
what we do.
Turtles breathe.
You're
Anyways.
a humanoid. You are bipedal and sentient.
Well, actually, I prefer the term pansexual, but yes.
That is not what I was referring to, but okay. I just never mind. Shut up.
I'm sitting there just like this the whole time.
Just shut up back there. I don't want to talk to you right now.
Contemplating whether to let everyone touch the marble and end it right now.
Here, touch it. Touch my marble. Touch my ball.
Wow.
And that's how the campaign ends after a fart joke.
Oh my God.
Did you miss us, Artemis?
I did, despite the fart joke.
I mean, I think it's because of the fart jokes.
Here's the
Probably,
peak of humor.
honestly. Anyways,
Don't worry, there's still the entire second half to do the dick jokes.
yep, we'll get there eventually. Anyways,
5 after dark. Save it for the second half of the show.
I mean, it's whatever. At this point,
Is it?
it's just. I'm just here to make sure that you guys get from point A to point B. What happens in between is all you guys.
We can't even do that.
Eventually.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
When you say that you're fine, but you're not really fine, but you can't say anything because nobody will understand.
Yep. It's been one of those days. Anyways, this road is pretty well traveled. It's also patrolled. You don't really run into anybody that looks like they want to accost you. You do see other travelers that are headed, the other direction back towards Wild Call. Eventually, you'll have to find another spot to camp.
I'm just gonna randomly yell out to them what their favorite color is.
Okay.
What is your
You
favorite
get
color?
an arrangement of colors because you see a lot of people.
Does anybody say green?
A couple of them say green.
Check them out.
Roger that. Murder hobo, activate!
Breathing massive flame, like,
Just leaving a trail of bodies.
no one left alive.
They said their favorite color was green!
How would you feel about if I guessed, like, hold person or something on my own party member?
If you're gonna try it on me, go for it. I'm fine with that. You can
I
try.
don't think I actually have it.
Anyways. So yeah, the day sort of comes to an end. You'll have to find a place. It's easy enough to do. At least now you know there's a time limit on the tent, or on the campsite.
So we should have a campfire that's real, and then the magic.
Got a tinder box. I can help with that.
Oh, I thought Eliz was just gonna fart fire.
I could if you want me to, but I will have to remove my pants.
I prefer Crazy.
We've already seen your boobs, so
Yes, but if you want to see all of it, you must pay a small fee.
is the small fee letting you sleep inside the bubble?
Yeah, that works.
Okay.
Okay. If nobody will stop me, are we setting up camp now?
Yep. I
Okay.
opened the pack and
Yeah?
the tents and the campfire and the seats all appear.
Okay. Is there a place for me to make my separate fire?
Yeah, you can just make it right beside the other one.
Okay, I make the fire and then I drop my pants and my underwear. And then I squat over the fire and I point my hand like through my legs, and I cast firebolt.
Make a dexterity saving throw, for the love of God.
You do not.
Artemis, you love us so much. Dexterity saving throw?
I
Yes.
hope that you fail.
I hope you fail. I want to smell singed hair.
Surprisingly enough, you can tell that Eliz has done this before.
What?
Probably drunk, but has done this before.
I hate your party trick.
Oh my god, you guys.
What happened?
That was actually really impressive, but it wasn't a fart. Your farts
I
are far
farted
more
while-
rancid.
Okay, hold on. Elise concentrates very hard. Can I make
No.
what check would it be to see if I can summon a fart?
Constitution check.
Check or save?
I'm gonna say a save.
Because if you fail it, you're gonna shit yourself.
It isn't in the book.
Roll the 10.
It takes a little bit, and it's not pretty, but it happens.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It stinks. Did you see the flames kind of like did a flicker when that happened?
You like pop a rib in the process now.
I'm just gonna go, you guys.
It's been a good night.
No, you're
playing
not.
with you. See you later.
Okay. Good night, everybody.
We haven't even
I
gone to
said-
the dick jokes yet.
Yeah.
I know.
I live
I-
alone, but I can hear my mom calling me. I gotta go.
Jason just comes in and slams the laptop shut.
Yeah.
Elise says, well, with that, I have exhausted my use. I will go sleep in the large tent, and I strip all my clothes off on the way. I am now naked.
Sure.
I
All of our
appreciate
mouths are
that, and I get naked too by removing my cloak, and that's it.
Did Reggie see
We're gonna
this?
side tent.
Probably.
I don't wherever Reggie is. That's up to you.
Yeah, he saw everything. He saw everything.
And it changed.
You hear from that bond between him. You just hear, I learned so much with you people.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Parenting Ram.
Oh, I mean, avert your eyes, child. There are booties afoot.
He just reaches down and pats you on the head.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So,
Anyways,
cloakless, I will sit down between the two fires. Even though one smells like poop.
okay.
I feel like that would burn off pretty quick.
You'd think.
I hate this science class.
Anyways, is anybody taking a watch, or is it just Ram?
I'm not closing my eyes, no way. I'll sit up.
I am sleeping wonderfully, just like starfished out in the middle of the large hut.
I think I might go to a small side tent.
Anyone that walks through the big tent's like, jeez.
And it's
Yeah,
like,
Karini, you make your way to one of the small tents, just like muttering to yourself about like if this wasn't a mission from your god, you'd go home.
you're on a mission from God.
What a spiteful god.
You're just like silently praying, like, why did you send me here?
This is your atonement.
Anyways. Pog and Ram, roll me perception checks.
Oh boy. Oops.
Natural 20.
Hold on, it's been a minute. Can I read?
I don't know, can you?
I don't know anymore. No, they were.
Okay.
That's more than usual for me. Usually it's like 7. On a good day.
Yeah, so... Oh no, where did my notes go?
Right there in front of you.
Your notes even had enough. They're like, peace.
Yeah, my notes are just like, I'm out of here, man. No, I had a mild like freak out when I first turned my tablet on because the thing that I keep my notes in was completely blank until I like reloaded it, and then all of my notes were there, and I was like, oh my dear God.
I would
I
have
can
freaked
break.
out.
Relate to that.
I was like, please no, I've had a bad enough day.
Come on.
Okay, so did you guys roll 25, 15? Okay. Yeah, so the night goes by relatively uneventful. The storm continues through the night. You somewhere around. So Pog, you don't sleep at all.
I might after a bit, but stay up for the first bit with Ram.
Okay. So just as you're about to like go to sleep, both of you start to hear what sounds like wing beats. Very, very large wing beats. Coming
look at
from
Ram,
the southeast.
You hear that, right?
Just crickets.
Ram, I don't think it's just crickets.
I'm just saying that so you don't freak out. You're on no sleep. And you're paranoid.
Pog, is clearly freaking out, says, I think we need to
Well,
wake the others.
As you're sort of talking between yourselves, you happen to like you look up towards where the sky, like where you can see the sky through the trees, sort of. And Ram, you see it first, but eventually Pog, you see there is a shape that flies overhead. And Ram, roll me a history check with advantage on this one.
It's probably...
Pog, you can roll a history check too if you want.
Oh, 19.
Nice.
Oh my goodness. Oops. Okay.
Pog, you're really tired and you have no freaking clue. But as this shape sort of in the clouds flies overhead, Ram, you recognize the very distinct shape of a dragon. A very, very large dragon. And it flies overhead through the clouds and continues on. Doesn't seem to like pay any notice to you at all. But you definitely see it. And as that sort of like flies over and kind of disappears off through the the clouds, and you no longer hear the wings anymore. You get sort of an unprompted flash in your memories of a time towards the later end of the war, where you and a few others that were in the same sort of like unit that you were in, you all had teamed up with a dragon of about this size. And you remember that that dragon was old. Very, very old. Close to the age that you are now.
Oof.
Do I remember what we aimed up for, or?
It was sort of the final push towards that last battle. You and the others were making your way through. You were here in the prime material somewhere, but you can't remember where exactly. But you were making your way to a place where there had been sort of a gap or something opened between the realms. And you were headed that direction because you knew that it led to the Nine Falls River. And that is where you guys had to go. The final battle took place at the mouth of the Nine Falls River, and that was sort of the safest way for you to get there from where you were. And you and the unit that you were with, which consisted of a couple of other Warforged, Warfy was there, and a couple of other fighter types, and you guys remember that you had as you were sort of making your way through to this place, or through to this rift that had sort of opened up, the journey there was very dangerous. And even though it was the safest way for you guys to get there, it was not easy. It was not an easy journey to get there. The other side was very, very much trying to keep you guys out, because the final, where the final battle took place, the person that you were fighting and his forces, they were very close to getting loose, and you were doing everything you could to prevent that.
And that was whoever's on the other side of the gap, right?
Yeah. You actually should have that information from before.
Yeah, I do. I just...
Okay.
Matching it all together.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it sort of was the lead up to going to that final fight. And you remember being less than optimistic at the plan that was in place, but it was the only thing you guys had to go on. And it was kind of one of those all or nothing moments. So.
I remember the dragon's name.
Yeah, so it was Torvan. Torvan. Okay. And he was a brass dragon.
Did he survive the fight? Do I know?
You don't remember. There's still gaps in your memory.
Well, I will launch myself up from behind Pog where we're knitting. And with my longer gait due to my longer legs, will run out of the bubble and shout Torvon as loud as I can before the dragon passes away.
It doesn't change course.
Okay. I'm gonna stare after it back in the bubble.
This shadow was a little bigger than you remember Torvon being.
Also been 2,000 years.
Right. True. But, yeah.
Maybe he just really likes donuts.
Right, yeah.
I mean, don't we all?
But, yeah, that's really the only sort of event that you guys have for the night. By the time morning kind of comes around, the storm has moved on. It's no longer raining. Pog, you feel a little bit more easy being out from underneath the rain. Do you sleep or no?
Yeah, I get some rest because I don't think it's
Okay.
fully.
All right. So yeah, you're all able sort of to get up and continue on your journey if you want. You know, you've got about a half day's travel before you reach the capital. Please don't freeze. Please don't freeze. Please don't freeze. Okay, good.
Well,
Don't judge me. Eventually, you all sort of come through a gap in the northern edge of the forest, and Ram, you've seen one city larger than this. The rest of you have never seen a city this big before. And maybe if it's gonna work for me here, do the thing.
do the thing. Do the thing. In a dick.
It's trying. I don't know. Did the map go?
Yeah.
So yeah, Pog and Karini, you for sure have never seen a city this big. It is massive. Karini, you've heard of the capital, but you have never been here because you really don't ever leave home. And you have never seen so many people and so many, like, diverse groups of people here. There are races here that you have never seen before. Pog, same thing. But you're coming in from the southern gate.
So much new here. I like it already.
People.
Well,
Yeah, I picture Pog is probably not super excited about being here.
Maybe it's thinking how I would react, like,
where are we?
You guys have reached the capital.
Oh, yay! Eliz, on the other hand, is very excited to be here.
Yeah, Eliz, last time that you were here, you spent a lot of time at one particular place because it's where you were to meet your contacts. And you remember the name of this place being the Blind Beholder.
Yes, we should go there. The Blind Beholder. I spent many a day there.
You also know that there is a Hunters Guild branch here, so you could go there if you want.
Yes, we should also network. You know what they say, the hustle never stops. And I'm the hustle.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. People. Me.
Legend.
I turn to Krina. People say that, right?
Sure.
See?
I've never really been to a place this big, so
Trust me,
Probably some
You're
of
in
these
good
people.
hands. These hands, to be specific. I jazz hands aggressively at the party.
What are you
Alright.
doing?
Ram, you just feel aggressive jazz hands behind you. It's you and Aster are up front.
All right. I feel like there's something really aggressive happening behind me. I'm attracted by aggression.
Could not be stopped.
Hello to
You are
a
not a
separate
bird.
being.
We're back with a bird pasta.
Yep.
Pasta the parrot.
Ma'am.
Yes.
This is Twitch, not OnlyFans. Get your butt out of here.
Pasta.
Only pause.
Way to go, Pasta. You're gonna get us banned on Twitch.
So sorry for the technical
Holy
difficulties.
pause.
Not sure what happened there. My internet crashed-ish, but didn't actually. I don't know. And then we decided to take a pee break because it was right on that time anyway. So we're back mostly.
Hi.
And
Hello, fans.
we're in town, so I'm going to turn my in-town playlist on.
Nice. It's fine. Nobody watches this anyways. It's fine.
There are people watching.
Oh, nice.
Whoa.
There's like 100 people watching. Are you nervous now?
No.
No, it's not
No.
actually.
You guys are the ones that are making the like fart jokes. So it's
That
fine.
is nothing to be embarrassed about. It's perfectly healthy. Everyone does it.
Drop a heart in the chat for farts. Hearts for farts.
Farts for
For
farts.
farts.
Farts
No
for
one.
farts.
Hey!
Anyways,
No one else, huh? Okay.
The week will be sponsored by the children's book Everybody Farts.
there you go.
Ruin says he's still
Alright.
here, so
Thanks for being around.
Okay, so yeah, you guys are coming in through the southern gate. As you sort of enter in, to the like left of where you come in is a massive marketplace. It's like an open air sort of marketplace, and you have to kind of go around it to get like you can't take the wagons through the market. The town guards stop you if you try. The ones here look a little bit more put together than the ones back in Wildcall did. The armor's a little bit better looking, and they look a little bit more like with it. Assuming that your DM doesn't suck at this.
What's
a
going
bit
on?
more with it.
Very
Are they
professional
hip?
guards.
Hip
Yeah,
to the
yep, they're
jive?
hip. They're very hip.
So this open marketplace, is that 2?
Number 2, yeah.
Number 2, okay.
It's called the Grand Market.
Are we live?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're back.
Hello.
Hello. Next.
What? Oh.
What's
Wait, is anybody here allergic to peanuts?
Oh, get it off the screen now.
This is not for the viewers who are allergic because I care
smell
about you and don't want you to
I'm
be.
not allergic.
Triggered by peanuts.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Also, I think the other ones are fine. I don't know if these are gluten free or not. I think they're made out of rice, but I don't know how rice works if it's made in the same place sometimes.
Rice and peanuts made in the same place.
No, rice and
Contamination.
like flour.
Anywho.
We're going on an adventure, right?
Where would you like
Aw.
to go?
Oh.
The market? The...
Do we want to go to the Blind Beholder, the Hunter's Guild first, so that we can get more of a lowdown on the city?
Yeah. The...
Know that you could store the wagon and horses at the Hunters Guild.
Okay, let's do that.
But we can't bring it through the city. How do we get there?
You can bring it through the city, you can't bring it through the marketplace.
Oh.
So you'd have to kind of go around the market.
Gotcha.
The Hunters Guild is located in where 11 is on the map there.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Oh, the pink one.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, sort of, yeah. Eliz, you've been to Ebonbreak before, and you know that that area is known as the Viridian Ward. You didn't spend a whole lot of time there, but that's primarily where it's very if the elves have like had like a part of the city, this is really kind of like their baby. There's botanical shops there, and all kinds of things like that. The Hunters Guild is kept there.
Botanical shop.
My people.
Yeah, my note literally says botanical ward.
Botanical one.
And you called that, sorry, the Viridian Ward?
Yes, the Viridian ward.
Come on, let's go to Viridian City.
Pretty
Catch some
sure.
Pokemon.
Yeah.
Catch your love.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you make your way kind of around the Grand Bazaar, and through the city. You get directions over there. You have to pass by what's called the Sky's Reach Tower, and you can see that at the moment there are 3 airships docked there.
That's 13.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's sort of like this big, it's a big brick tower that's been erected that has like a platform on the top of it, and all of these sky ships are sort of parked up alongside it.
Do any of the sky ships look familiar? Like, do I see my auntie?
No,
Okay,
that one is not here right now. That one is actually still in Wild Call,
gotcha.
or on its way back to Wild Call. You're not really sure where it is.
Probably crashed.
Captain Maya told you he's not driving it anymore, so. But if you want to, as you go by, you can make a perception check to see if you can see the names on the other ones.
Sure, why not?
The one that you crashed on was called the Sky Song.
Nice.
18.
You have like little binoculars in your eyes, like this.
Yep. They just like extend out.
Just see the
Oh,
eyes.
gadget eyes.
Go, gadget eyes.
So you see in dock right now, you see the Ivory Animus,
That's a cool name too.
the Ambling Aura, and the Intrepid Eclipse.
They're excellent names.
Dude.
Thank you. I'm clever at 2 in the morning.
Inspiration
that
always.
Animus, like from Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, spelled the same way.
AM or in the bathroom. That's when inspiration hits.
True.
At work,
Or,
when I
yeah,
should
like
be
in the
doing something
shower.
else.
I get it in the shower all the time. Like, oh, I should really do this. It'll be tragic. It's great.
I'll make them cry.
As soon as you
Again.
step out, you forget, like, what was I thinking about?
Yeah.
Why are they? Ooh.
Eliz, you can, Eliz and Pog, you can roll me history checks if you want to see if you know where these ships go.
I never know anything, but it's worth a shot.
All of the sky ships have a specific route that they follow.
Oh my god, Pog.
Jesus, pasta.
How did I make it this far? No thoughts. Head empty.
I rolled a nat 20.
Beautiful.
I rolled a
Eliz, you
10.
know where all of these go. So the Ivory Animus goes from Ebonbreak to Baguna to Drales, and then back.
Right.
Baguna is a city to the north in Darren. Because I know my own shit here.
You take a left, you drive for 2 miles, then you'll see a McDonald's, and then you take another left.
Was that one called?
Yeah,
Ivory
okay,
what?
so Baguna is in southern Andaran, and Drales is the capital of Andaran. And yes, that's the Ivory Animus.
And then,
The I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, it goes from Baguna, Drawless, and then back to Ebonbreak? Or did I miss a stop?
So it goes kind of in a line. It goes to Baguna, to Drales, and then back to Drales, back to Baguna, and then back.
Like Subway.
Kinda, yeah.
A fantasy D&D Subway.
In the air.
Please exit on
And
the
then,
right.
so the ambling aura goes from Ebonbreak to Craigside, to Tythus Crossing, and then back to Craigside, and then back to Ebonbreak.
What was the third place?
Tythus Crossing. Tythis. You actually came through Tythus Crossing coming to Wild Call.
And yet I did
That's
not
where...
know recheck.
Yeah, you came through there and crossed on the... Instead of taking the skyship from there, you took the barges that crossed the river and into Craigside, and then from Craigside you went to Blind Grove, and from there you were able to take the skyships to Wild Call. You had to get on sort of the correct skyship.
This sounds too much like real life. How did I get here? How did I get back?
In the Intrepid
The Intrepid Eclipse, that one goes from Ebonbreak to Veltodir, and then back to Ebonbreak.
Which one's Veltodir?
It's down there.
Yeah,
in the mountains.
VEL. Yeah.
Mhm.
You might have actually even seen that. It sort of depends on where you came out.
I came out to my parents at my house.
Same, but yeah.
Nope.
I got a new cup for Pride, y'all.
It's really cute.
Nice.
I noticed it. First I thought it was a big rainbow
And-
slushie. It was delicious.
I thought it was like a drink.
Yeah, me
No,
too.
no, it's just a cup.
I thought you had something fancy. I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to ask.
No.
Sweet drink.
How did you get that perfect layer?
I actually do know how to do that
Yeah,
because
me
I
too.
took a bartending course when I was in college.
You teach me how to do it.
I just know how to make slushies. Like when I go to like gas stations, I'm like, I want all these flavors.
In me right now. Just
I did the very Wisconsin thing of becoming a bartender as soon as I was able to.
so not a serial killer, because that's also very Wisconsin.
It very is a Wisconsin thing.
There's
Or a
two
cheesemaker.
paths.
I could have gone either way.
Bartender, serial killer.
Or
Yep.
cheesemaker. Don't
That's
forget
a
the cheese.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's true. Or
Bartender.
cheese.
So my
Do I
hometown,
also-
there's 3 cheese plants.
That's
Oh
what
shit,
I mean.
we gotta go there and get all the cheese.
All the cheese.
Delish.
Question, though, do I know approximately how long these routes all take too?
Yeah. So the Ivory Animus, they make their circuit every 5 days.
Okay.
The Ambling Aura, they make theirs every 4 days.
Okay.
And then the Intrepid Eclipse, theirs is every 4 days as well.
Okay.
The Sky Song that you guys crashed on is every 3 days or thereabouts.
So they sync up then every 20 days. So this is like a variable of 20 then that they all synced up to.
Sure.
I know how to do math. Rob would be proud.
The DM just wanted to make a pretty map, okay? That had a bunch of
Yeah.
skyships.
Math
great
is
math.
cool.
That's-
I mean, I can make the skyships go away if you want. It's not.
I'm gonna eat the skyships. You can't stop me.
Snap your fingers and we're like, oh, where'd they go?
Yeah, you guys don't get skyships anymore. God.
We have to get the Infinity
Auntie,
Stone.
no!
You also know that there is one other skyship that is not in port right now.
Ooh.
and that is the Nimble Endeavor. And that one runs from Ebonbreak to Alonia to Vale Fury Castle, and then back to Alonia, and then back to Ebonbreak.
Yes,
Vale
explained this all.
Fury Castle is not on the map.
Why
Because
isn't
it's
it
not
on the
in
map?
one. With your history check, it is not in the same place.
Oh, okay.
It's usually not in the same place. They have a special sort of homing beacon of some kind that helps them find it.
That's interesting.
And the reason that it is not in the same place is because it is a cloud giant castle.
Mm.
The
Have
castle in the sky.
Have I ever met a cloud giant?
As what?
Have I ever met a cloud giant?
No.
Last week.
I'm looking
What's the
for
name of that one? Nimble what?
Alonia is in
I feel like I'm blind.
Jasir.
Oh, there it is.
It's by the
Okay, yeah.
it's by the lake. Yeah, it's by the lake in
Like
Alonia.
everywhere. So sorry, it goes Alonia.
Yeah, Alonia to Vale Fury Castle. And then back to Alonia. Oops. Come on. Don't frickin' do it, man. Thank you.
Do it.
And the other ship is the Sky Song.
Yeah, the Sky Song is the one that you guys crash landed on.
And that one goes
And that one goes Blind Grove, or it goes Ebonbreak to Blind Grove to Wild Call to Ebonbreak.
Gotcha. Just in case, I wrote it all down.
I didn't, so thank you.
Alright, and the Sky Song you said was the 3-day?
Yep.
4-day. And
3-day circuit.
the Nimble Endeavor?
The Nimble Endeavor, it depends.
Varies?
It's anywhere from 6 to 7 days.
Depending on the castle, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yep.
cats.
It sort of depends on where the castle is.
Got it.
Pog, you, even with your history check, you have heard of Vale Fury Castle because it makes a sort of circuit over Jasir. It is never in the same place twice. But you have heard of it. You saw it once when you were a child, as it sort of flew over the Sea of Ghosts while you were out there. None of you have ever been there. It's a little tricky to get there.
Well, now we know which ship to take. / commandeer.
That's what my players last time kept threatening to do too. We're gonna steal an airship. Why?
For fun.
Right,
Elise
yeah.
has a plan.
Rebels.
That involves not stealing the airship. So,
What?
So Elise would say, well, perhaps when we go to the Hunters Guild, we can talk and say, well, maybe there's a reward that we could get tickets for. Or when we talk to the Queen and we're like, we're really cool people, we helped a bunch, give us shit. We could ask for that. Don't say that literally. We will say it politely.
How do you say give us shit politely?
You would say,
You're taking over the
Give us
ship.
poop? Because that just
No,
sounds gross.
no, I mean, like, give us a
Was
reward.
that a Doctor Who
for-
reference?
I was thinking of like the first Pirates of the Caribbean when like
Oh,
him
okay.
and like Will get on there and then he goes, "We're taking over the ship," and they all like laugh.
I have asked.
So
That would be Pog.
yeah. No,
We're
we
taking over the ship.
what we do is we tell the Queen, oh, we could do so much more benefits for the kingdom if you would just give us a little supplies, you know?
Like a
That's
whole
what we
ass
do.
airship.
Seems like a lie, and Aster wouldn't approve. Like, what can we do?
We did stuff. That is no lie. We were very helpful. Remember, I totally splashed alcohol on that one guy and lit him on fire, right? Remember that when that happened? When that totally happened?
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
helpful.
Granny, that was one of the times that we were on fire. Like, actually.
Yeah.
Karini is just overwhelmed by this city, by what you just said. Like, oh, what
Yeah, I
have
picture
gotten
you're walking around,
myself
your eyes are
into?
like this big around.
Yeah. Fully dilated, just like,
Yeah.
oh
I think the
god.
meme of that puppet where he's like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
kind of looks away.
oh no, the one guy, the monkey puppet thing.
Yeah.
I know what it is. Yeah. So we're going to the guild hall first, right? To drop off the cart.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You're able to get directions to the guild hall. And you. So the guild hall here is a little bit bigger than the one in Wild Call. There's a stables here, and it's a 2-story building like the other one was, but it's bigger on the outside. Like you can definitely tell it's made to hold. Yeah, it's a TARDIS. But yeah, you go in and it's set up similar to the one in Wild Call. There's somebody at an actual desk this time, not a table, that sees you come in, and they sort of beckon you over, and you see a human male with sort of long red hair that's pulled up into like a ponytail, and he's got like a long kind of reddish beard, and he, oh my god, I forgot that was in this city. Anyways,
Oh, good.
sorry, I was looking at my notes.
Ed Sheeran, I love your work.
Is it a
I just
serial
saw
killer?
I just saw Pasta. I was
Yeah,
shouting.
she's running around here.
I just saw her. Her beautiful visage blessed us this day.
She has the zoomies right now,
Oh,
so you'll
I
probably
love
see her
her.
flying back and forth over here.
Pasta, give us your power.
Has to be
Yeah,
our
but his
warlock patron.
he introduces himself as Kason, so Kason, Battenbrand. And
Oh,
Ram, as you
secrets.
hear that name, okay, Ram, as you hear that name, make me a history check.
Natural 20.
Yeah.
Aren't you just perfect?
Okay. Wow, I can spell tonight, y'all.
Spelling for suckers. The Book of Secrets is brought to you by me.
Reading Rambo. Do you have Reading Rainbow in the Canadas?
Yes.
Butterfly. and
Okay,
the
I'm pretty
star.
sure that I just spelled that wrong, and I apologize, but my brain is not working properly right now.
Oh. So he's both of those things?
It's like a subsection of the one.
Oh, okay. I'm not well versed on that.
Yeah.
Thing. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Cool. Anyway, history check was 21.
Yeah, okay, so the name Battenbrand sounds very familiar to you. And you remember them being a sort of rival family to the Basil Bears. And they were so the Basil Bears were not nice people. The Batten Brands, however, had a very good reputation in town. They tended to help anybody who needed it. They were always sort of thought of as good citizens. You weren't awake very long before things sort of went south back home, but you remember hearing of this family name.
Got it. Did I know any Batten Brands personally? Did I fight with any, or?
You met one on your way kicking out the door.
Right.
They you met sorry, I gotta pull up my notes here. Yeah, so as you were leaving town, you met Kaya Battenbrand. She actually smuggled you out of the city.
Gotcha. Got it.
And she looks a lot like this guy.
Beard and all.
No, she doesn't have a beard, but
reach over and tug on the beard. Oh,
yeah.
Sorry, you're not Kaya.
He's kind of like, can I help you?
Sorry, I thought you were Kaya and just wearing a beard.
What? You know my sister?
Yeah. You smuggled me
kind
out
of-
of town after I murdered the entire Bassover's family.
And he kind of looks at you and he goes, that was you.
Maybe?
She did write to me afterwards. What are
Oh.
you doing here?
Shopping?
And he looks at you very warily, but he sees the bandana that you wear, and he's not like, he's wary, but he says, Kaya had good things to say about you last, but what are you doing here?
Shopping.
Right.
And possibly stealing an airship.
We are doing nothing criminal here. We are just shopping like good law-abiding citizens.
I like take my elbow, go ram, like stab.
You probably hurt yourself.
Yeah.
My elbow bone, like
What?
get like that tingly feeling up your forearm, like oh.
Was there a bug?
Yeah.
Karani at this point is definitely like, what? Who are these people?
Oh my god.
What have I done?
Well, Kaya had good things to say about me, right?
She did.
Then why are you looking at me like that?
I wouldn't go about announcing that if I were you, because there are people looking for you, lass.
Good. Let them find me.
There are lots of people looking for you.
I know. I'm looking for them too.
Just so you're aware.
I'm assuming you know this, and I'll like whip out the flag or whatever it is I have. I forget what it is.
What?
It is. Hang on, I'm looking. I have it in my inventory somewhere in one of the. I had a pale blue cloth with the star over horizon embellished on it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So I pull that out, and my cape billows at the same time, all dramatic like.
So the rest of you see as Ram pulls this piece of fabric out, and it is spattered with blood.
Oh, it gets even better because I kept it in my head. So I assume you know what this is?
Yeah. So he looks at it. He takes a second, he looks at it, and like, Ram, you notice because you're really kind of looking at him, but like you can see his nostrils kind of flare a little bit, and like he inspects it a little bit and just very calmly folds it up and gives it back to you.
I put it back in my head.
And again he says, I would not show that to anyone if I were you.
Noted. But also, where can I find them so I can kill the rest of them?
I give the look like.
I have a feeling they will
right.
find you.
Good, that makes it
Elise is,
easier.
like, pale as a sheet. Like, Elise is a very pale person.
You guys are not okay right now. Like,
I'm
even
allowed
Aster
to-
is a little like...
I'm allowed to cast calm emotions on myself? Work?
It's like
How do I
taking
do that?
a shot.
Can I go over to hold Pog's hand? Just like emotional support. Your Pog's big meaty claw.
Big meaty claws. Or
Elise
like
is
holding the
grinding
shining
the
fins, like.
Once you sort of put it away and stuff, and like he kind of looks at you and he goes,
Same.
Oh, I have one more question. What do those strings look like? Are they fine right now? Are they in distress as we're all panicking except for Ram?
they don't change.
Okay.
Still holding
everything's
steady.
fine then. We're totally not in crisis.
You may be in crisis, just not that crisis.
What? Do I know what
Emotional.
that is? I don't think I know what that is.
So,
No, you don't. But he looks at you and he says, a couple of days back, the Silver Hand they invaded a warehouse down near the docks. And it bore that symbol. They found some of your kind there. Set them free.
the Silver Hand did.
Yes. No, they're a bit useless.
Did they set them free on purpose?
Yeah, they were being held captive by any kind of motions at your head.
They were being held captive. Oh! Got my wires crossed. Good. I know where we're going now.
Great. Where are we
Go with
going?
me on this journey. Come on, man.
So,
It had me worried there for a second.
no, I got my I was mixing up the Silver Hand and the Star Syndicate.
No, so the Silver Hand is the town guard.
Yep. Got it.
The Morning Star is not quite this. So the Morning Star is like a subsection of the Syndicate. They're the subsection that you kind of have had a run-in with a couple of times now.
Awesome.
Where are the Warforged now?
They went to Baguna yesterday.
Motherfucker.
Bless you.
There are... He kind of frowns for a second. He says, Do you not know? Are you one of the new ones?
I wouldn't call myself new. I was forged over 2,000 years ago.
And he kind of like squints at you a little bit, and he goes, "Ah, you're a sentinel then."
So I've heard.
Yeah, several of your kind, several other sentinels like yourself. When they sort of woke up, they ended up in Vaguna. There's an enclave there. From what I've been told, the numbers are growing. They seem to be waking up.
Yeah, that seems to be a common thing. I'm a little offended I didn't wake up earlier, actually. But, okay. You have any work?
Aye. Are you looking for work?
Always.
Well, are you looking for easy, low pay, or are you looking for a little bit harder and a little bit more gold?
I turn to look at my friends who are probably still all like slack-jawed and
They're huddled together, like holding hands because they're terrified.
What's the matter?
Well, this is the smell, mostly.
Did you fart again?
No, but
Right.
I might have a little, and I was kind of scared, but that's neither here nor there. It depends what kind of work you're talking about, whether this is over the table or under the table, or oh my god, what did I just see? Hold on.
What?
Keep talking, I'm listening, and I kind of dry heave.
What's the matter?
It's fine. Everything's great. Aster, I'm sorry, I'm lying, but
Aster implodes.
What?
Rainy's trying to decide if she should cast Detect Evil or not.
Don't do that on this. You will not like what you see.
What's the matter, Eliz? Why are you puking?
Just wasn't expecting that this early in the morning. I just had breakfast.
Not early in the morning. It is like almost nighttime now.
I just had my pre-supper snack. It's good to keep your blood sugar at an even keel all day.
You literally cut tattoos off of dead bodies and I've been carrying them around for a week. And you're worried about a piece of cloth with some blood on it?
I have standards.
Well,
I'm gonna cast silence for a minute.
We're all just like,
Go for it.
Just be like,
Actually, like, there would be
All of a
nothing.
sudden-
It would just be like,
Yeah. You guys can't hear anything. You can't say anything.
I can't even mouth anything because I don't have a mouth.
The
Rude.
entire time, Kason is just sitting there like this.
every moment in his life has led up to this point, and he is thinking about that.
and then he
Yes,
realized
he's
he was an
contemplating
NPC.
all of his mistakes.
right? The choices.
Well, during this, I pull out the book and I'm just like, like this isn't that bad. Just mouthing it and pointing at it.
What book?
The book with the tattoo. I'm showing it to Ram though, so it's the other direction.
Your leathery book.
Yeah, my leathery
Aww.
with
Oh my
extra leather
gosh.
that I made.
Calm down there, Buffalo Bill.
Oh, okay, so I don't have those tattoos anymore. I have them in my inventory.
Oh, I thought
Yeah, I thought they were still in the bag of holding.
Tattoos
in
for
the- Well,
they're in the bag of
Cade
holding.
and
Okay.
the jackal in the bag of
Can
holding.
was I allowed to go in them and scoop them out?
Oh
then,
yeah,
Ram?
for sure. I'm not gonna
I go
stop
in the
you.
bag, I scoop them out, I start pointing to them, and I assume that I'm facing the party, not him. Because I don't want to show him. Unless he tries
I
to
mean,
look.
you are holding a piece of flayed skin, so...
No, it's in a book. It's another
Oh.
cat!
Easy.
Hello?
Hello, gentlemen.
She's like, ew, don't touch me.
Oh, sorry, it's a
Tonight's-
lady. Hello, lady.
Tonight's
cat.
ADHD episode is brought to you by cats.
Meow.
Cat butts.
Silence lasts for 10 minutes, so I'm just still like,
I'm
You see-
holding up the book.
Yeah, so you see Eliz pull this out, and like it is very clearly like skin with a tattoo on it. It's a tall, pointed star.
Just like looking up.
No, I go over and I'm like,
Oh, it's like making like a warble. There's like,
it's Fox again.
Sorry.
Yeah, like I said, she's got the zoomies, so she's like running all over the fucking place right
Fox
now.
to say.
She says, "Meow."
Okay, I respect that. You got to respect the artistry. No.
So 10 minutes, I'm just gesticulating with my hands and being frustrated because
Look like you're doing like an interpretive dance, like. Just like that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Karen's doing like a full meditation in her own mind.
It's a breakdown.
you can very clearly see that Karini is having a very silent freak out.
Mhm.
I know.
So, when the 10 minutes is up, it's just a stream of swearing.
Yep,
Just
that sounds about
Even
right.
better. Even better.
I don't understand what the fuck is the problem. I can't talk. Why can't nobody hear me? I don't understand what the fuck is going on.
Oh, hire
And then
him.
suddenly you all hear again.
Did I say that? Did everybody hear me this time?
Yes. We heard all of that.
Okay, well,
Where did you learn that word? Programmed you.
I was in the army.
Fair.
I know how to swear in like 8 languages.
Do you know how to swear in primordial?
Oh.
You definitely know how to swear in primordial.
Okay, so it's just standing here like what the?
He is kind of just taking it all sort of in stride. These hunters guilds are full of a lot of weird people, and he's kind of used to it. I mean, you guys have seen yourselves.
Well, you know what? You just put a pin in that. We're gonna take a room and have a little family powwow because apparently we have an issue with what is too much and what is not too much. So find us some work that looks good and we'll be back. And I like drag everybody upstairs.
Bye.
He just kind of like shakes his head and goes back to reading a book.
Is the book right side up?
Yeah.
Okay. He's actually.
And I will find a room that would house 5 of us. And if it is
easy
filled
enough.
with somebody, I will kick them out.
Yeah, you're able to find it's a lot like the other guild. There's a couple of rooms that have multiple beds in them. You're able to find a room that you can all fit into. Pasta. Nobody cares.
I care about you. I care about you and your zoomies. Because I don't have to live
little
with you.
mama.
He literally like ran along the backside of the couch and stopped and looked at me and meowed and then walked away.
It was
She
a
had to
battle cry.
report what was at the other end of the couch.
Apparently, it's her sister.
That's very suspicious.
Very sus.
Yep. Says.
Alright, so I closed the door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what the fuck? Why are you puking over a bloody cloth when you literally cut off skin tags?
I wasn't expecting it.
It's not even fresh blood.
That's why it smells. Ugh.
It doesn't smell.
Put it in your sensory processors.
It's literally in my head right now.
Your head must have a very tight seal.
That's what that iron smell is.
Also, I'm a bit horrified because, you know, we were right in the middle of the market, and then I just decided to go off because nobody could hear me. I guess they could see me, but I feel like I need to sleep.
You literally slept the whole way here.
As I said, I feel like I could use a sleep.
Are you narcoleptic?
As I said, I'm pansexual. Can Ram roll their eyes?
There's like a head movement.
Do I know what it means?
Probably at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have been together long enough, you know what that means.
Yeah.
Better be careful or you're gonna have to duck soon.
So, I'm still not sure what the problem is.
Well, there are things that you share in public versus things that you tell your friends.
So, Bloody Rag is...
Something you only tell your close friends behind closed doors.
Got it.
Same with skin tattoos, so I kind of fucked up there. We have to remember, we're not only representing ourselves right now, we're representing... I touch my amulet, the Hunter's Guild.
Why did you say that with such weight?
Well, because we're...
Dramatic pause.
Because we have to consider our reputation because our reputation affects other people. Thus, if we get in trouble, they might want to, get rid of the problem.
The tattoos that you removed from somebody's body were literally members of the guild who tried to kidnap me and put me into slavery.
But we took care of it. They didn't care so much. They didn't want to hear it.
Your logic is faulty.
My logic is not faulty. I'm saying that is a perfect example. If we make a mockery of things, I don't think they'll have a problem if somebody makes the final mockery of us. That is teabagging on our corpses.
Why would they throw tea bags on our corpses?
No, it's when you hit... Somebody lay down for a moment.
Do not lay down!
Okay, I grab a pillow, I put it on the ground, and I demonstrate how to teabag.
Oh my god.
I don't understand.
It's a humiliation factor. And to raise morale for your own team.
By squatting over somebody's corpse?
Yes.
You fart on them when you do it? Because I feel like that would raise somebody from the dead if it's coming from your ass.
Or are you just saying my ass is that heavenly and holy?
No, I'm saying it stinks that much that it will drive somebody straight out of the gates of hell.
Man, what do you seek?
Hello?
Hello, cat.
It's a Baxi who's joining the party.
Yeah, she has wares if you have the coin.
Oh, that's a good cat. I saw your butthole.
Excuse me?
Oh, I just saw them jump. Okay, what was I say? I say that, what were we talking about? Teabagging?
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a morale thing for your own people and a humiliation tactic for the enemy. It's very effective practice across many different cultures in the realm.
Just picture Koreans like pacing in the room during this.
I've never heard of this teabagging, and I was literally in a war.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Oh, so this is a new development.
Yes, it's quite a development within the last few years.
I feel like I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
You could.
No, I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Professor Farnsworth.
I mean, if that's what you do for morale, what do you do when you don't need morale?
I assume you just,
Is it like full dick? Is that what happens?
Pasta. What do you mean? Like, we have to be naked or not?
I mean, there were some people that I fought with, and they fought naked because it was like an intimidation thing. They do a lot of like yelling.
I tend not to fight naked just because, this.
I mean, yes, that's very nice. I understand why it would be distracting. But
no, it's more like the jiggle physics, and it glows a lot, the stone, so.
Oh, that part, yeah.
Oh, that's a good baby.
Pasta, the pirate cat.
Yes, I like the tail.
Why are we here again? I forgot.
We were having a crisis, and I was trying to figure out why me murdering an entire family was worse than cutting off somebody's skin and keeping it.
Because it's where we talk about it. Though I did go off and try to explain that's not why we do it there, but you couldn't hear me and panicking and having a moment.
You guys all see Karini is pacing back and forth in the room.
Just like mumbling to herself.
I get up and I start walking beside Karini. I just picture my feet like this constantly.
Flop, 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 flop.
No,
Are we on like the ground floor or like one of the other ones?
No, you're on the second floor.
Oh, there's four people. The four people.
There's like dust shaking from the ceiling. People are like drinking their tea. Like,
Pasta, what are you doing? Oh, hi, Pasta.
Are you okay, Karini? And Pog?
I'm making a pact.
Oh, what kind of pact?
A pace together pact.
Ourselves out by like jumping, like what?
Is it a cool pact for cool people?
You don't need to worry.
I turn to the camera. I am now worried.
Yes.
Your Arrested Development.
Ron Howard voiceover. They had a lot to worry about.
Yeah.
These actions you've taken in the past,
Uh-huh.
are they common amongst members of this group? Things like that, in that vein of flaying your enemies or murdering entire families?
Maybe like once or twice.
To be fair, the family was really bad.
Like, how so? Perhaps an explanation of that would help me
Well,
accept what is happening to me at this very moment.
what? Are you having an aneurysm?
I don't believe so, but always
To put my
possible.
hand
Karini,
on her
roll a
forehead
medicine
and do a
check.
medicine check.
Yeah,
I was
there
gonna
you go.
say.
Your character just actually drops.
Both of you can roll medicine checks.
I'm so good at these.
Me too.
I'm really
Yeah,
not.
you can if you want.
7. Bonk. You're fine.
Again, anatomy is not your thing.
You're totally fine.
21.
You're fine. You're just freaking out a little bit.
I'm not having an aneurysm. I know
I know
that
you're not. I
much.
checked.
All right.
Mom, come get me. I'm scared.
How was this family had enough as a whole that every member was worthy of death
They were part of the...
indiscriminately?
It was discriminately. There was discrimination. Mainly because
Right.
they were slavers and human traffickers. And they
Right.
dealt in the black market and...
I feel like that's a pretty good reason, honestly. That's why the other ones died.
And they wore Crocs.
And they wore Crocs.
Wait, I like Crocs.
Brady's like, oh, enough said.
So,
Wait,
that's
what's wrong
fine.
with Crocs?
It's only acceptable if they're in four-wheel drive. Just
and
saying.
Your,
I only wear my Crocs in sports mode because I have anxiety and I don't want them to fall off.
There you go.
Especially on elevators.
You're sure that every member of that family you killed was partaking in that sort of behavior.
Yes.
Right?
I know this because I thought I was a statue while I was shut down. And then I started waking up and overhearing what they were doing.
Alright.
And when I finally woke up, I dealt with it.
And there was no other way to stop them other than dispatching.
I'm gonna go with no. Because
We didn't try to ask, did we?
the people who tried to take me from the Hunters Guild, essentially there is a cost on any functional Warforged heads that's about 10,000 gold. Or more. So even as a statue, when they started waking up, if that word spread, they would have waited for me to wake up.
Okay. Why do you have a book of flayed skin?
I think that's a very valid question. Why do you have a book of played skin? God, Eliz.
Where my
Oh,
scrapbooks?
Well, because it's important to keep records of things that are important.
Smoother surface for
As-
writing.
Things that are important, like
Usually you do that on parchment.
This is parchment now, technically.
Parchment was like
technically it's
jerky.
more vellum, but
It's long vellum.
all right.
But the reason I did it is because I also have you could say an extreme dislike, or if you want to be plain about it, a volatile hatred towards those who slave others. And personally, I do not believe that there is a sort of get out mercy card for them, because there will always be an industry for this. Slavery and labor has been, well, it's old as time, it seems. And I'm not a fan of it. And those who need to learn this lesson that it is not an okay thing, they will learn it, and I will show them why.
Okay. Or
No one gets to trade lives. That is not their decision to make. I don't know if I believe in fate quite yet, though I've been shown a lot of things recently that have been swaying my mind, but there's one thing that I know, and that is that it is no moral decision.
think convincing arguments.
Some people just needed to die.
So, Karini, when Eliz said that they don't necessarily believe in fate, but they've been shown things recently, they've looked very pointedly at that stone in their chest. Eliz has not yet explained to you, but I didn't hear that, Maggie. I'm sorry.
My top is off at this point, I just remembered. Remember I did this?
Boobs
Yeah,
out.
Yeah, so you can see the stone very clearly. If Artemis, you want to describe it, you do a better job.
Well, I mean, you see, I think you've described this to them before, but like it's a dark, sort of darkened stone. But the fact that she's talking about like fate having something to do with it, you've never.
Yeah, that part I wouldn't know. Okay. I have some difficulty with some of this just because of the nature of my goddess, and We come from sort of a pacifistic community. And personal background. Although slavery is very bad.
A little bit.
I
Let
may
me.
just have to take some time and really process all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for explaining it.
Yeah, I'll just say, if you ever lost somebody who you loved, would you do anything to be able to get them back and stop that pain from going to anyone else that you have felt burned deep within you, that is irreversible? That agonizing weight of whether they're okay or not, will they come home? What could I have done? I would want to spare that on anybody that I could, even at the cost that is so precious as another life. Because they took someone else's first. And they didn't only take that person's, but every person they knew.
Okay, meta question.
Okay.
If the character is genuinely convinced by this argument, what does that mean?
We go and we die.
No, I mean, okay. Peace cleric, pacifist, hearing seriously very good arguments for killing people, and that they deserve it.
Right.
I'm like having a D&D crisis of faith. I don't know what to do.
The best kind of crisis of faith.
I mean, it's not like... I don't think Karani is, like, doubting her goddess. I think she's doubting other things, like thinking about very sheltered community. And thinking about, like, has our community had to deal with stuff like slavery? I mean, not really, I don't think, right? At least not.
No, you like you know what it is, but like your community is very insular. It is very much like
and very well protected.
When you were little, like when you were very, very little, people would come visit from town. But when you were about like 16 or so, something happened and you guys closed the borders. Like that was it. Hard close on the borders. Nobody in or out. And then when you got a little bit older, you sort of were able to talk them around a little bit to let you out for the hunt one year. Because you really wanted to see like what the city was like and stuff like that. Because Case goes to Wild Call a lot because he goes there for repairs or any number of other things. But for the most part, people don't leave. You never directly had to deal with slavery, but you've heard Case talk of it. And I guess that's kind of a personal call, really, because it's one...
I feel like it's the kind of thing where, like, grow up in a very sheltered, like, family and everything is fine and whatever, and then you've, like, heard about bad things happening to people, and then someday you meet some people, these very bad things have actually happened to and happened around. It's totally different to be confronted with the reality of that. This might have to be more, like, out of game talk.
Yeah.
Her brain is exploding.
Yeah.
She legitimately doesn't know what to do with herself right now.
Yeah, Karani is very much not. You've never been sort of confronted with this sort of like
Brutal truth of the world.
yes. You definitely like you knew that things were going to be different when you came out into the world. However, you did not know that it was going to be this different.
No one told you that life was gonna be this way. Since it's a lot more traumatizing.
Oh, okay. I may have to reflect on some things.
Okay.
I understand now. I understand.
Yeah, you definitely. It's going to take a little bit. You're definitely going to have to think about it. But yeah.
What's So is it your community that isn't good with the fighting and the murder and the
Both village warriors. They protect. But generally speaking, people in your village only kill out of need.
Yeah. Kill for food and in defense only, and only if it's very necessary. And my particular deity is not the same as most of the other folk who live where I live. And one of the things that she champions is redemption. So it's hard for me to think there might be someone who is truly a lost cause, although surely it must be true that there are people like that.
I don't know how your communication works with your deity. But most lore on deities that I've seen since waking up is based on what's written by mortals. And it's not always correct. When I was in the war, I fought beside and against gods. And some of the stories that they tell, they're not right.
Gods.
Asus said this as well. He fought alongside and against gods. It was a long time ago. Before he woke up, it was a long time ago. But he also mentioned a war.
Right?
I don't know who your deity is, or if they're one of the newer ones that I've been reading about, or I've seen in like books. But
They worship the Everlight. Yeah. Do you know who that is? If you have any particular personal insight into that, I would be.
was the
Glad to hear
Everlight in the
about it.
war?
Could I make a religion roll? Religion
You
roll?
guys have already rolled on this when she brought
Oh,
it
we
up the
did?
last time.
Oh.
Right.
Yes.
Never mind.
Ram, you have heard of her. You have never met her.
Okay.
She is very much a deity who she's a lesser deity for one, not like some of the others that you've dealt with.
Right.
She also is she's very famous for being very neutral. She stayed out of the war, out of the conflict until the very end because her hand was forced. That's the only reason you even know who she is. Because she didn't get involved until you guys were already in the Nine Falls River.
Well, I have feelings about that. Because neutrality, in the event of a cataclysm, like what I experienced when I was at war,
Yes.
that is not a feasible road to take. You are essentially siding with no one and everyone loses, including the people that follow you. And given everything that is happening right now, the convergence that Aster is talking about, this enclave of awakened Warforged that's gathering, there's something on the horizon, and not taking up arms would be foolish. Waiting until the very end, when it may be too late already, not a feasible answer.
Saying all of that out loud.
Yep.
Eliz, as they're having this conversation, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh shit. Sorry, Eliz.
And no, it's okay. I made you make wisdom saving throws like at least 5 times.
That's true. That's true. Stop her.
You guys just started making each other make wisdom saving throws now?
Yeah.
I don't even have to do it anymore?
Nope. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay, so as this conversation is going on, Eliz, you suddenly don't feel very good. And there is a very visible pulse from the crystal in your chest. And energy sort of escapes from you and like washes over the party. Your ears fill with the sound of rushing water.
Oh no, I'm back.
And your vision sort of goes dark for a second. You kind of shake your head a little bit, and when you open your eyes, you are once again standing on that path that runs alongside the Nine Falls River. And as that's going on, as you sort of, your vision kind of comes back to yourself, you hear that same thrashing sound from the center of the river and the grinding of chains. And your back is still to that. However, you can very clearly in your mind, you get a vision of, it looks to be a humanoid figure, but the shape doesn't stay the same. It's never, when you look at it, it looks to be an ink cloud that is constantly changing shape. And as you look at this, and it's sort of standing in your, it's very much in your head, it's very much inward. And as you look at it, there are these chains made out of black metal that are glowing faintly with some sort of magic. You're not really sure, but it's glowing faintly. And these chains are constantly moving and wrapping around this being in all different directions, constantly moving. It's never standing still. And as the chains move, the form shifts. It's never the same. The only consistent part is that this creature has glowing red eyes. And it looks at you and it laughs. And as it laughs, you can literally feel that in your bones. And the crystal in your chest begins to burn and ache. And as that sort of happens, you take oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
I don't take anything.
No.
Don't freak out. Don't do it. You're going to roll a bunch of them, jerk. You take 7 psychic damage.
Ow.
And you look, so you sort of look at this thing, and it's very weird because you can still hear that thrashing in the river, so you know that this thing is not standing in front of you. Whatever this is, it is not actually there.
Oh.
What do you do?
It's not actually there, I know.
You can still hear that noise in the river and the sound of grinding chains, but it's not coming from in front of you. It's coming from behind you. So you know that you are still on the trail. You have not turned around yet.
I gotta keep walking forward.
Okay.
Because I can't look back.
Okay. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I do it for Mommy Raven.
You're gonna do anything. Do it for Mommy Raven.
She's big lady.
So you remember her telling you that this journey that you're on is going to be between your ears and behind your eyes. So you, as that sort of happens, you know that this, whatever this is, it is not there. And you fight with everything that you have, and you take a step forward. And you just, it looks at you again, and it laughs and laughs and laughs and laughs. But as you continue to take steps forward, you fight and you can feel that sort of, that burning sensation sort of lets up a little bit. And you can see the threads that run from that crystal, they start to glow even brighter and stronger than they were. And you step forward, and you keep stepping forward. And as you keep stepping forward, this creature dissipates in front of you. And once again, you can see your path clearly. And as that sort of happens, your vision sort of goes back. It darkens again. And you hear the Raven Queen's voice in your ear. Very good. Keep going. And then your vision sort of comes back to normal. And you can see all of your friends around you. The rest of you saw this very bright flash, and Eliz get a nosebleed, immediately.
Yeah.
And then she kind of looks around at you,
I flashed you twice by accident, didn't I?
Yeah, little. Are you okay?
Get the bloody flag out to wipe her nose.
Here.
Not that one. I reach over and pull out from my clothing a pocket square that I make into
decent.
a little cone. Of course I carry a pocket square. I'm not a peasant.
I'm a classy individual.
I'm the classiest individual. I've got blood everywhere again.
How about you sit down for a minute?
I think I'll do that. I'm gonna go.
I hand Eliz their pants.
Oh. Thank you. When did I take my pants off? I thought I took my shirt off. Did my pants come off during this?
Probably.
The thing flashed, and then you're like, nope, pants off.
Yeah. I put my pants on, and I'm still topless, and I have a pocket square in my nose.
Ruin wants to know if the pocket square is made of flesh.
Oh.
I don't think I took unless I had it from my past. I don't think so. Yeah, so I think it's just.
I hope not.
I think it's just a cloth pocket square. So it's just the detritus of a sheep.
I like how you just think, you're like, I think it is. I'm not sure.
I was just checking. Or maybe
yes.
it's some the silkworm pupae, maybe it's just their spit. Woven nicely and dyed. With crushed up bugs.
And I get shit on because I've got a dirty rag in my head.
Well, this is sophisticated. Anyways, keep talking. I'm listening. Kind of wave you all off. Jiggle physics happen.
Eliz, as you sort of look down at your crystal, you can see that those threads, they are definitely glowing stronger.
You get distracted by your own nipples.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I still have 2 of them. They are a nice color. If you would want to know more, you must skip. No, no, but yes, they are very nice.
Nipple descriptions available behind the paywall.
Yeah. You don't know what color they are.
I'm gonna go with the same color of your lips.
Fuck. Well, I can change it.
It's
I
a
can
life
make them
hack.
whatever I want. It's my lore.
If
I just
you-
have to get it approved by the DM. They
If-
could be holographic for all you know.
It's a COVID life hack. If you're going to buy lipstick at the pharmacy and you're wearing a mask, you check it with your nipple.
But mine
Just
aren't the
at
same
the store.
color.
Don't do that, kids.
No, I don't mean like put it on your nipple. I mean just check the color against your nipple.
But mine aren't the same color.
Like one's blue and one's purple, or like
No, I mean my lips and my nipples are not the same color.
Okay, let's not, guys.
We can move on.
I love you, but
Yeah, Eliz is listening now.
I'm just like, how long did that take between me kind of like laying out theology for Q and Eliz's
it's almost
message?
instantaneous.
Yeah, okay. So theology.
It seems to be like the course for you guys. One of you will talk about something and it triggers something for the other one. That seems to be where you guys have been happening lately.
Did anybody cry yet? No, we're good.
No.
Can't end the episode until somebody cries.
We'll go all night.
Do I have anything sharp? There we go.
I'm sure.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry if that was harsh, but I've seen gods who were supposedly good do some fucked up shit. So, I don't know where that puts you, Iranian. I understand if that makes it uncomfortable for you.
We just need to process.
Commune with your god or something. I don't know how it works. I only saw them
I mean,
before the gate shut.
Could just pray a bit before bed.
I'll be awake. Don't sleep.
Maggie, look at the messages in chat.
In chat?
Yeah, like no, in the game, like in Fantasy Grounds chat.
I didn't. Okay. So as we're all getting comfortable, I would say. So remember, well, you wouldn't, Corinna, but now you will know. So on the beach where I met the Raven Queen, this is all a very long story, but there's this thing in the water that has a lot of tentacles, and it makes me feel very uncomfortable.
Yeah, he's a
It
dick.
doesn't have tentacles.
It doesn't have tentacles?
No, it looks like a humanoid, but it's
Oh, that's
always
shape
changing
shifting.
shape.
Yeah, okay, sorry. I don't know what I got confused with the Monday one. Okay, so it
the
looks like
chains.
it always is changing
I guess
shape.
the chains could kind of look like.
Yeah. It is enough to, let's say, make your nose bleed, for instance. But it is very unsightly to the point where I have been put on a task to walk out of what I assume to be the Raven Queen's domain, while not turning back and addressing it. which is hard because it laughs. Oh, it laughs. Like if you imagine taking glass shards, putting them in a bag, and just rattling them around between your skull, letting them get trapped in your brain, and then that leaking magma down into your chest. It's a very uncomfortable feeling that it gives. But it is following me. And while I cannot look back, and I know that it's not actually beside me, I do not assume that its presence. Think okay? Ollie okay?
That was not Ollie.
Okay.
If Ollie sounded like that, holy shit, what steroids have you fed that thing?
Loud.
No, Ollie's in a car on his way to North Carolina right now, so.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay. Then its presence is unsettling, and I thought that maybe you all should know. Perhaps you might know about it. Perhaps you could get me some help. I know this is a journey that apparently I must do alone, but also with friends. But
Yeah, that guy's a dick.
Does that figure sound familiar to me? or
Yeah,
would I know anything?
so anybody
Oh,
can make
sorry
me a
about the
religion
dog.
check. It's okay. He's got a very cute bark.
You heard a noise, I guess. I didn't hear it.
it's the creature.
He knew what you were talking
Creature.
about. Religion.
Creature from
I
beyond.
mean, I saw it, right? I saw this thing.
17?
You did.
I did see this thing.
Yeah.
17?
So a 19 you said?
17.
17. Okay. Pug, are you making a religion check?
No.
Too busy talking to Rune. Rune, stop distracting everybody.
I can't see the chat, so I have no idea what Rune's
That's
saying.
hot right now.
He's saying to roll and roll sanity.
Oh,
We don't got
yeah.
none of that around here. All gone. Kept out this morning.
I can't do a southern accent.
I love southern accents.
Okay.
They're so funny.
Pug, you don't really know much about this. Your study of religion was negligible at the monastery.
I fell asleep
Didn't-
in class.
Yeah, religion class was not your favorite. Karani, the description sounds familiar. Similar to... So, one time you were able to get Case to tell you a little bit about the end of the war. This sounds very much like what he fought at the end of the war. The description is very, very much the same. The chains are new, but Ram, you know what this is, who this is. The description, so as Eliz is saying this, you know that she's talking about Tharizdun, the Chained Oblivion. And he's called that because the very end of the war, in that final fight, the Council of Luminaries found a way to trap him and chain him up and control his madness. And if he has figured out a way to move with those chains on, something is wrong. And you also know that, like, that description, like the chains and all that sort of things, does not match with what you've learned of the Daughter of the Sky. So there's something going on. you can tell that you sort of have this information, but you don't have access to it. There's still parts of your memory that are blocked off. There are still parts of your memory that are blocked off that you blocked off.
Well, I was a dumb bitch. Because we kind of need that information. And it's all up here, but... Dumb fucking bitch. I will tell that information to the party.
Is there any way that we could jog your memory?
Nosebleed on me? I don't know.
Okay, okay.
It kind of happens randomly. You know, somebody says
also
spittoon, and all of a sudden I'm remembering this one time I got hit in the head with one.
I think that's called trauma, man.
Oh. Yeah, that tracks.
You also know that Reggie didn't fix all of your wiring.
No.
You also know that you're still missing a piece. So there are things that can be done to jog your memory.
Well, yeah.
But
nothing that can be done this moment to...
Therapy.
You also haven't looked at your wires since he looked at them, so...
I open my chest.
Okay.
Reggie?
He kind of like sleepily walks to the front, like, yeah, Mom.
You were doing something in there, so keep doing it.
He kind of, huh? What do you mean, Mom?
You made me remember stuff. By, like, messing with the wiring.
Yeah, some of it's still wrong.
You know why? I don't know how it works. I was just built.
He kind of looks like he kind of like looks inward, and he kind of points in and he's like, well, I think I can fix this one.
Okay.
He kind of like sticks his head out and looks at you. You sure?
I'm just gonna sit over here and I make myself short.
Okay.
Or no, I keep myself tall because then I'll have disadvantage if I decide to punch somebody.
Okay.
So I'll sit over here in the corner and just lock me in here if something happens. Okay? Okay, great. Go ahead.
So yeah, Reggie, you guys all sort of watch a little fascinated as this rat, who, as you have all sort of traveled, Reggie has changed a lot. He's continuing to change as you travel, and he reacts to things very, like, humanoidy like. Like, Ram was speaking common, and he understood. And as she sort of gives this instruction for him to go and take a look, he sort of climbs in where, like, her wiring harness is, and, like, I don't know if you leave your door open or not.
Yeah.
But you can see he kind of goes in there, and, like, he is moving wires around. Like, he knows what the fuck he's doing. And after about 15 minutes of moving stuff around, Ram, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Back and forth trauma forever.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
4.
I told you it was going to be a lot tonight.
My feels.
4. Okay. So your eyes turn green, and as this sort of happens, you get more memories that flash by. And more and more they're starting to like make sense. Things are starting to fall into place as you get things unlocked. And you sort of do your best to concentrate on like the war or information that has to do with the war, anything like that. And as you do, that memory of everything sort of going to shit in the middle of the war sort of comes to you, where the you knew that like the battle had, or the tides had sort of changed in the favor of the other side, and there was an issue that had happened that nobody had really foreseen. You now remember what that issue was. There was a celestial that had come to the material plane with so during the war, Zariel had brought a host of celestials to help against the orders of the Council of Deities. They did not want her to fight. Turned out there was a very good reason for that. When Zariel fell, everybody thought that all of the people who were with her had been killed. However, one of them, actually two of them, had fled beforehand. One of them had gone to a completely different material plane. You're not really sure how she got there, but that's where she ended up. You heard rumors of it and stuff. The other one had come here. Her name was Rirka. And she had come here and disappeared somewhere in the city of Dysphera, which was, at the time, it was the last sort of bastion of mortal life. It was all that was sort of left on this material plane. All mortal beings had sort of gathered in this city to keep each other safe. You had never been in the city, but you had been at least around it. They didn't really like letting in people that were involved with the war. Not so much that it was like a, I don't like you because you're involved in the war. It was more of a trying to keep each other safe sort of thing. And this celestial had ended up there and had disguised herself as like a mortal. She fell in love. And when she fell in love, this mortal betrayed her. And when he did, he had sacrificed her to this doing this Chained Oblivion. And when he did, Tharizdun, being the cruel being that he is, twisted this man into the first ever Lich. He also twisted Rirka's form into some sort of undying creature. She became known as the Daughter of the Sky. You don't know the specifics of what was done in the city, but you heard about the aftermath. And the power exchange that happened when Rirka fell or was killed and brought back as this creature gave Tharizdun the sort of edge he needed to gain an advantage in the war. And the advantage was that he injured the goddess Ayun. And the fact that another goddess, or that a goddess of that power level was injured as badly as she was injured, it scared everybody. He almost won because of that. You still remember as these memories are sort of coming through your mind, you can still feel that sort of, there was a sensation that came through all Warforged, that because you all sort of shared that consciousness at the time, you all felt it. There was a change in the power dynamics. And that change in power dynamics, it almost broke your bond then. And you still remember that feeling of helplessness, and for a while there, you guys thought there was nothing you could do to help. But then the gods came up with a plan that involved this Council of Luminaries. And you remember the name, the Council of Luminaries, and you remember most of them who were there, but you don't remember what it was that they did. There's still things missing, pieces missing. But you remember that up until that very end, you guys did not believe it was going to work. But it did. Barely. And supposedly Tharizdun was locked away somewhere where he could not escape. And if his avatar is on the loose again, something is very wrong. And then you sort of come out of the memories, and like you all see, like, as this happens, as Reggie finishes rewiring what he's doing in there, there's a surge of arcane energy that washes over Ram, and they go completely still. And their eyes turn this green color that you've seen a few times now. But it's almost as though they turn, like, Ram kind of, I mean, yes, they're stiff because they're a robot, but this makes them go completely, like, you've seen soldiers at attention, that's what Ram does. Goes completely still and stops. Everything stops. Even the sort of, like, sounds that their mechanisms make and stuff is lessened because of this. It's almost as if they're, like, fighting off a stasis. Ram, you sort of come to, and, like, everybody's sort of, like,
Do I have a nose?
looking at you.
Bleeding?
No.
Didn't grow a
Reggie
nose.
sort of comes forward.
Give him scritches.
He's very worried.
Nobody. Gotta do
And the
what
rest of
gotta
you...
do.
Sorry. Yeah.
Just gotta do what you gotta do.
The rest of you see, like, as that sort of energy washes over Reggie, like, the swirl pattern darkens. And he doesn't necessarily change in size, but, like, you can see there's a change to him as this happens. And, like, you all sort of knew that this was going on, but, like, it's different to see it firsthand.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah, Mom, I'm fine.
Promise?
I promise.
Thank you.
Kind of, like, reaches out and, like, pats your door.
Rich. I'm okay. And I'll tell them all of that. Sort of mechanically spew the information, like less feeling with it. Just like I'm reading something out of a book.
Yeah.
At least you know the name of your thing, Eliz. A lot of power in names.
I do, but at what cost? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You know what I do need is I like haul my ass up off the floor. Shopping.
We'll go shopping?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what they say, you can lead a horse to clothing, and it will make them feel better.
Huh?
I have never heard that ever before.
Oh, you've heard it before, correct?
I kind of look, and not wanting to seem dumb, I go, mm-hmm. And then kind of look to the side, like,
Yeah, totally. I got this.
Sure.
Everybody knows the sound.
Okay.
Well, you guys did pass the market on the way in, so.
Yeah, let's...
That was a lot, man. I don't even know what to say.
It's okay. I'm fine. It's... When that happens, it's like... I'm seeing it and experiencing it, but it's not like it hits different. That's all. I'm okay. Let's go.
Also broken.
I got PTSD, man. I'm
Going
a
off
soldier.
what you guys gave me or didn't give me, okay?
Why are we all so broken?
I'm not broken. I'm just missing parts.
I am broken, but it's what makes me so attractive, you know.
I'm not crazy, I'm just a little unwell. You can't tell.
A lot, actually.
So you go
I put my clothes.
back out, I'm assuming, yes, after Eliz gets dressed.
Yeah, and I wipe off my face of all the blood. I reapply my makeup, and I
Hit the town.
as I suffer.
As soon as you guys go back downstairs, Cation is sitting there, and he's got 2 scrolls on the table in front of him, both sealed with wax.
Ooh, work.
He says, yes, I have 2 that you could take a look at if you want.
Yeah.
It sort of depends on what it is you're trying to do, but... And he holds up one of them, and it's got a green seal with, like, it looks like blades of grass on it. And he holds it up, and he says, this one here, to the west of town a bit, about a day's walk or so, there seems to be some grass that is attacking villagers or travelers, causing quite a mess. They just want it dealt with. And you get paid extra if you can bring one back alive. And then he sets it down and he picks up the other one. And on the other one, there is also a green seal, but this one has what looks to be the paw mark of a dragon on it. And he says, so in the north edge of the forest, a young upstart to green dragon has set up his home. And they would like him removed.
Why?
And he kind of like, you can tell he's kind of like stealing himself a little bit. And he says, his name is Andreas, and he calls himself Andreas the Sheep Eater. Because he keeps stealing livestock from the locals. Also, my cat knocked something over.
What kind of
I don't know what it was.
dragon is that?
He's very young. They want him taken care of.
Like
That's up to your discretion.
I mean, we
Oh,
tried to do
God.
that, and then we saved that boar thing at the Shrine of Melora. And then we killed those turtle things with the bowls on their heads.
I'm worried to come
Turtle
back because
things
your character's got a
are-
thing here.
Yeah, let's do it, and I'll
Remind
take
me-
both of them.
Okay, well, here. And he takes a big ledger out and he turns it around. And he says, I just need your signatures that you're taking on these contracts.
Could I read the contracts before we do it?
Sure.
Well,
I asked Graham to also say these aren't magical, right?
Oh, I do the magic. Magic.
Contracts are not magical.
Once I confirm that the contracts are fair for us, I will say that we can sign them. If not, I will take them to court.
So,
Nice.
for the biting grass contract, it's 300 gold to deal with the things that keep attacking the people on the edge of the forest. on the road that leads west. 10 gold per tooth, and 100 gold if you can bring one back alive for study. The dragon contract is 500 gold if you kill it or drive it off. 15 gold per pound of scales or hide you bring back. 5 gold per tooth, 5 gold per claw, and 10 gold per spine spike.
$5 gold for tooth, and what was the last one?
Claws. And then there's 10 gold for the spine spikes.
He just seems so little. Like he's not purposely trying to be nasty. He just wants to eat some sheep.
I'm
I'm glad to come back because there's
I think we
shit
should
going
go
on
with
here. But
We just go like shoo, shoo with our like swords. Like,
Look,
you don't
man,
want to die.
I'm doing Skyrim, okay?
Oh,
We're gonna do all the side quests before we do the main one.
so cute. I don't want to kill the
Yep.
sheep here.
avoid climbing the mountain as long as you possibly can.
Yeah.
None of us like exercise.
Told me something that I agree with, that cats are just tiny dragons.
I agree.
That's what you
Mhm.
said. That's why I'm saying I agree with you.
Oh, yeah, I did say that.
Yeah. You're the one who said it to me.
Derp.
I like dragons. Especially Pasta. I see you, Pasta. You can't hide from me.
There is no time limit on these contracts either.
Cool.
Cool, so we can go die and
Okay,
then come
so-
back and do them. Perfect.
Karini, as this is sort of going on, like they pick up these contracts and stuff, and when they say that the second one is for Andreas the Sheep Eater, you know who that is.
I do?
Yes, you know exactly who that is.
It's a contract to what? Capture this?
No,
Yeah,
kill him
either kill or
him
drive
off.
off.
I want to kill him. He sounds so cute.
And oh my god, you guys, you're killing me here. All right.
The sheep is so cute.
So as you sort of think back, you remember that like just shy of about a year ago, a young green dragon got too close to the borders of the Briarheart on the like northern edge. And you and Case and a few of the other like villagers went to sort of persuade him to go somewhere else.
Okay. Oh no.
And like Case was there to make sure that he went somewhere else. You were there to do your level best to make him go there without somebody dying.
Sure.
He's a young dragon for sure, a bit stupid. He was looking to sort of establish a place for himself and had been drawn sort of to the Briarheart by the amount of magic that is leaking out of that area. And Case convinced him with a little show of force to go somewhere else. Turns out that somewhere else was like the north end of the forest.
Which is probably
See,
right by.
you know who this guy is.
Great. Just casually mention that. But when
He's
it's
a
just
bumbling dum-dum.
Like, you
That's
know
so
who he
cute.
is.
He's a
Yeah.
himbo.
So yeah, you
sounds
guys
like a
all
himbo.
hear Karini say, "Oh, hey, I know who that is," and you turn and you look at her.
Sort of stupid. Clearly more stupid than I thought. Be coming up here.
You have met a lot of stupid people, it seems, have you not? And then I look at all of us.
I was just like,
Perhaps we could convince him or help him find a place that might be less problematic for him and a large community full of people. And their livelihood.
He's got
I
a
think
few
we should-
too.
Yeah, I think we should just get him a lawyer.
The best woman in town.
If we can just find a good place
Oh,
for
blah,
I've
it
blah,
heard
to
of
go work.
this lawyer named Scanlon Shorthall.
Oh,
He's
God.
a gnome or halfling? A gnome? I can't remember. But he has some
Don't
renown.
wanna know how he's gonna win that trial. It's gonna be bad. He did what?
I heard he farts a lot, though.
So do you.
That's
You'll get along
Please.
just fine.
People who fart do not, by chance, get along. It is just an unfortunate side effect of our bowels. I'm saying this all in front of the guy who's hiring us.
He's horrified.
Yeah, but I
You guys
say,
have no like filter and self control, so I figured this was all happening right in front of him.
yeah, it is.
I mean, I would have tried to tell the people in the group that I knew him.
I
No.
want to go meet the dragon.
He doesn't care. He just needs a signature in his book, and then you guys are free to go.
Okay.
Sure.
He
Then
would
he-
love nothing more than for us to go.
Then he's free not to have to talk to us.
Yeah.
Or listen to us.
Sounds like
Yeah.
everyone we've encountered so far.
Let me
You're
just tell you
annoying.
this illegal bit of stuff that I did here.
Loudly. Because I have no
Yes.
filter or volume control.
Boy.
Let's go
I'll
meet the
sign for him.
dragon.
Whatever.
Okay.
I want
Yep,
to
you signed for the contracts. You're able to go back outside into the Viridian Ward. And that's what we're gonna call it for the night.
meet friends soon.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that tracks.
Oh goodness.
Alright.
No, you can't take any more.
Here's my yawn. Goodness. So, thanks for coming with us on that nonsense. But we did make it to the capital.
Woo.
It didn't take us like 3 sessions like it did the first time when we were heading to Wildcall.
Yeah.
We got
Great.
distracted. Okay, like, there was stuff to do. Stick around for the
And you
raid.
guys managed to avoid all of the combat counters I had on the way to Wildcall too.
We just got the fun encounters.
Yeah.
Mental encounters.
That too. Stick around for the raid. We're gonna go check on our friend The Minds Gaming, who is one of our co-streamers here on the Twitches. And we'll be back on Monday for some Mistwalkers. It's been 2 weeks for that one too, and I'm so excited.
Wait, you guys
Yeah.
didn't play Monday?
No, we did a one-shot
No.
with Cedar.
Oh, I forgot because I had to miss. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So
Maybe
Monday,
that-
come back here, Mistwalkers. On Sunday, we're going to be on DM Jeremy's channel for an Aliens one-shot. So that'll be fun and spooky and definitely not going to give me nightmares, for sure.
I can't wait for that. I'm excited.
Yeah, it's gonna be something. So yeah, stick around for the raid, and we will see you either Sunday if you come watch us do Aliens. Sounded wrong.
Phrasing.
Phrasing. Or Monday when we wander the mists. Thanks, everybody.